All right, everyone, listen up. We've dismantled the lab, destroyed their equipment, and set their experiments back by years. But this is far from over. The military knows we're alive, and they've labeled us as threats. Execution orders are in place.
I guess we're too dangerous to exist. Typical. They create us, turn us into weapons, and now they want us gone because we have a conscience.
This isn't just about us anymore, Nancy. The experiments. They're targeting innocent people worldwide. Villages, towns, cities. They're playing God with entire populations.
We expose them. We stop them. Plain and simple. But how? Every time we move, they're right on our tail.
We need to discuss our route to Kinshasa. The military will be expecting us to take the main corridors.
They've probably got every major route monitored. We should consider splitting up.
Too risky. We're stronger together.
I totally agree. Our combined strength is going to be able to fight off whatever they throw at us.
Each of our abilities adds an element to the team as a whole. If we split up, we lose that advantage.
I agree as well. I don't feel comfortable splitting up. I think our chances of survival are greatest if we stay together.
Well, it was just an idea. You have to remember, I am blonde after all. Duh.
That may be true, but you're anything but dumb. But I have to also vote that we stay together as an entire team.
Me personally, I think they'd be less likely to try to take advantage of us if we're all together, as opposed to be splintered into different groups.
I agree. We should stay together. Okay, now listen up, y'all. What we learned about the program changed everything. Centuries of manipulation, genetic experiments on innocent populations. We're not just fighting for our lives anymore. We're fighting for everyone they've ever used as lab rats.
The files we recovered, the genetic markers they've been tracking in civilian populations. It just makes me sick how they turned innocent people into their own guinea pigs and playthings.
That's why we desperately need to make it to Kinshasa. We need to contact international media outlets and whistleblowers. If we can get the truth out, the public will turn on them. They can't silence us in the world.
Kinshasa will be dangerous, Marina. The Congo is crawling with military patrols. They all have orders to find us and kill us.
We all know the risks. But this is bigger than us. Bigger than the military. If we don't expose them now, who will?
I think that if we can just make it there, like we talked about before, we can blend in with the population. I think we could hide in that large city better than being alone in the jungle.
I still like the idea of putting Jerry on a leash.
And I still like the idea of having frog legs for dinner.
Stick Travis on a platter with an apple on his mouth. You'd make a good centerpiece.
Now where did I leave that wasp spray?
Careful now. You saw what I did to those drones.
I'm not a drone, girlie. I'd be much harder to zap as a dragon.
All right, you clowns. Focus. We move at dawn. Rest up, stay sharp. They'll be coming for us, so we need to be as alert as possible.
I have a really weird feeling. Anyone else feel like we're walking into a trap?
We probably are, but they won't take us by surprise. We're expecting it.
That's okay. I like traps. Makes things interesting.
They've probably figured out that we're going to try to make it to the city. If they know we have the evidence, the logical assumption is that we're going to try to get the word out.
But there are so many different ways we can proceed to Kinshasa. There's a lot of different routes they'll have to cover.
I'm sure they've set a perimeter around our last known location. They know we'll be heading in one main direction, so that narrows down the amount of territory they have to cover.
I would think it's still going to be tough to cover all routes. Let's just hope we take the route that isn't covered.
Quiet. Do you hear that?
Well, shithouse mouse. I think Nancy just jinxed us. That doesn't sound like the normal growl of an animal. It's something different.
Whatever it has a dark spirit. And I can see glowing eyes. That isn't a normal animal or even human.
Looks like they found us.
You think? Way to be Captain Obvious, Cat.
Everyone, defensive positions.
Damn, who let the dogs out?
Where's a boombox when you need it?
You guys kill me. This is a serious situation and you guys are joking around.
So, Nancy, you were saying?
Okay. So I overreacted a little. I have limited powers compared to you guys, so I get a little nervous.
Geez, I thought they'd send something tougher.
Careful what you wish for, Firefly.
Daphne, looks like you just might get your wish.
What did I just say? This could get ugly.
Now that's more like it.
You're mine, buddy.
We can't stay here. Catherine, clear us a path. Guys, clear this area. It's going up in flames pronto.
Inferno mode engaged.
Barbecued T-Rex and wolf meat, anyone?
Henry, you are always so gross.
Gross or not, now my stomach is growling.
You're both just disgusting. That is so nasty.
You got something against barbecue?
Big difference between putting something on the grill and eating animals that got crispy crittered in the jungle.
Meat is meat, but I guess that's a guy thing.
Nothing wrong with being picky. Now let's move before reinforcements arrive. This is it. Once we exit the jungle, there's no turning back. Kinshasa is just ahead, but so are the military and whatever else they've bred in their labs.
I would think it would be really hard to hide hybrids like we saw in the jungle.
Just remember we're hybrids also, and I think we'll be able to hide just fine. So there could be hybrids here who are just like us.
The air is heavy with death. Be ready for anything.
We've come this far. Nothing's stopping us now.
Moira, I think I know what the heavy air is. Henry just farted.
Yeah, right. You blame it on me because there's no dog with us to blame it on.
I'd blame it on Kat, but she'd kick my ass.
I don't blame her, so would I.
Careful, Daphne. He might pull your wings off.
Followed by his balls.
I'd pay to see that.
Yeah, you would, pervert. At least it might stop you from staring at my ass.
You guys are gonna make me puke.
You guys are funny, but you can be so weird sometimes.
That's what makes y'all interesting. Now let's move and find a place to hide out until we can figure out our living arrangements. All that good stuff.